Okay, syntax for procedure. Anybody knows sir? Procedure syntax. This is very, very important. Okay, tell me procedure syntax. NY. So create.
Procedure name.
Okay, so create or replace procedure name. So before that, tell me UDF can be written by using which languages? UDFs?
SQL.
Only SQL. Huh? What are the things we are having? UDF can written by?
Java, Python also.
So we can able to return UDFs can be written by using what? By using SQL. SQL is called say Snowflake scripting. It will call as Snowflake scripting. Okay, it can be written by using SQL language, or it can be Scala, or it can be Python, or it can be JavaScript or Java. Okay, so we can able to develop by using SQL language. Same thing. Now syntax for UDF. Tell me one more time. Syntax for UDF. We'll see one more time. UDF syntax is that what? Tell me. So creator, replace, function name. That's it. Bracket open, bracket close. So returns data type. Then what happened? Data type. Then as $. So starting and ending. So we should use a select statement. Okay, select statement. Okay. So this is the syntax. Okay. So what happened now? Function can be called by using. How can we call the function? By using select function name. Same thing. Now I want to develop one procedure. So same thing. So create or replace. So this is by default what language it is? By default what type of language this UDF is what? What type of language it is? SQL. Okay, so SQL script by default says SQL scripting, SQL scripting. Okay. So now tell me how can I find the user defined functions? By using watch command. I want to find user defined functions. How can I find? By using what? By using show. Tell me show user functions. Okay, by this you can same syntax. So now trying to create the procedure. So create or replace procedure name, bracket open, bracket close. So what happened? So returns. So this is also same thing. So returns data type. Okay, we can able to mention language SQL. So as $. Okay, now what happened? So now we are having three sections. Okay, see now we can able to have so declaration section begin like the same thing. So declare begin like this. Okay, this is step by step. So this is the syntax. So create or replace procedure name. So return data types. Language is SQL. Okay, as starting and ending semicolon is there. Now important question is that how can we call the UDF? Tell me how can I call the UDF by using select function name. Same thing, how can I call the procedure? This is important. How can we call the procedure? By using which command? Anyone?
Select only.
No, select not by using call. Okay, see call procedure name. Okay, so by this procedure name, we should use the parameters. Okay, see function can be called by using select statement. Procedure can be called by using call procedure name. Okay, simple example I will take. Okay. Suppose I want to bring hello world. Simply what create or replace. So we'll see one use case procedure. So hello proc. So bracket open, bracket close. So this is what returns data type. That is varchar. So here also no need to mention language. By default take which language it will take? SQL only. So as $. Okay, so begin and end. Okay, we need to write the logic here. Okay, so return. Suppose like put 100. Tell me it will work or not? It will work. Return 100 in one area. Copy the same thing. Go back here. So now try to select the database. Select the schema. Now try to execute. Now see. So okay, now what I said, function procedure can be called by using what? By using call procedure name. Okay, see. Okay. So brackets are important. Suppose you see. So brackets are important. Okay. So rating 100. Suppose I want to get hello. How to write the hello? So hello. Try to compile one more time. So this is hello. Okay, got the point. A little bit getting it. So syntax, I expect the syntax. Okay, so create or replace procedure name returns data type as $, so starting or ending, begin. So we should write the logic here. Okay, now tell me how to see the list of functions, list of procedures in the database. How can I see list of procedures? I want to see list of procedures in my database. By using which keyword?
Okay.
Show procedures. Show procedures. Okay. Okay, tell you. So procedure. See hello proc. Okay. Okay, see this is having what? Okay, hello proc like this. Okay, suppose like so go for describe procedure. Our procedure name is what? Hello proc. See by default it's what? So it's no signature is there. Varchar you are returning varchar and language SQL. So see same thing. Now this is the same clear as of a. So by default when you don't mention it's a by default say what language say SQL scripting it will take. Okay, same use case. Now what happened? Now requirement is that what by using procedure I want to insert some data. Okay, so some data. Okay, simple example take. Okay, suppose take create one table, create table empt id number name name varchar. Okay. Suppose like I want to create one procedure to insert some data. Okay, see insert syntax is that what insert into emp underscore t values bracket open bracket close one. Suppose like simple procedure. Okay, now instead of right now I want to create one procedure. Syntax is that what create or replace procedure name. So suppose like emp insert proc bracket open bracket close as so dollar we should mention returns varchar dollar starting and this is ending semicolon. Now go back here, go for begin and end. Now we should what we should put? We should put this insert statement here. Copy this insert statement and put here. Now take the same thing. Now try to compile. Now what will it will see what happened. Now try to call. How to call the procedure by using what keyword? By using call procedure name. Now see what saying? Okay, so table does not. First we should create what? We should create one table. Okay, see table. Go back here. Now try to create the table. Now try to call this procedure. Now what happened? See, now go back here. As of now, there is no records are there. Now call this procedure. What happened? Now see, we're getting records are there. Now when I try to execute, what happened? Every time we'll get what? Every time we'll get what? Before every time we'll get what? We'll get same 1 1 1. Okay, this is what procedure? This is static procedure. I'll explain it exactly. Okay, see one more time. So before that, if you see what happened when I try to exit, what happened? You're getting null value. Tell me why you're getting null value? Anyone? Why we're getting null value? Any idea? Why we're getting null value? Yes, anyone? Why you're getting null value? Anyone? Any idea? Anyone? Yes or no? Not getting. See, because we did not return any value. That's why we're getting null value. So suppose like when I put return record inserted successfully. So see, we are mentioning returns varchar. When you don't know what happened, like default null value. Okay, sim return inserted successfully. Now try to call what happened. We'll get the output as see output as record inserted successfully. Clear so far? Getting the points, huh? So see now before that, tell me this is static procedure or dynamic procedure? Why? Tell me this is static or dynamic?
Static procedure.
How is the static?
ID was same value.
Tell me. So see, every time we're writing what when you know every time what this is the hard
The
coded
same
values.
value.
Hard coded.
Yeah.
See, hard coded in the sense like what? Okay. So every time, so see, these values every time will get the same values. Okay. So these are static values. Okay. Remember, in real-time procedures, we should not use any hard coded values. Okay. So how can I make this one dynamic procedure? Anybody knows? Sir? I want to make this one dynamic procedure. Anyone need a how to make this one dynamic procedure? Based on which concept? Anyone? So this is by see we are getting every time we're getting okay. Instead of we should go for arguments. Okay, we should pass the arguments. So PID it's a number type. Okay, so these are the arguments. Okay, or parameters. Okay, so earlier what these are the static. Every time in example we'll get the same value, but I want to make this one dynamic. How can I make this one dynamic by using what? By using parameters or arguments. Getting a little bit at least or arguments. So go back here, understand. So see every time what when you know every time we'll get the same value, but I don't want a static procedure. We need to make this dynamic. So how can make dynamic by using what? By using parameters or arguments. Okay, see PID. So go back here, PID, then P name. So these are parameters or these are arguments. Okay, name it's a varchar. Okay, same thing. Now instead of this value, we should put so PID and P name. Copy the same thing, put here. That's it. Okay. So now try to compile one more time. So these are comments, single line comments. So these are comments. Okay. Copy the same thing. Now try to create one more time. Okay, see. Now procedure has been created successfully. Now how to call this procedure? Tell me, how can I call this procedure? Call procedure name. Suppose like I'm putting some different value. Okay, now. So this is my procedure. How can I call this procedure? By saying call procedure name. It will tell me it will work or not. It will throw error in one. If I try to call this like this, it will work or it will throw error.
Provide parameters.
Okay, see, it will throw error. So see what happened. Okay, see, invalid argument types for function. What exactly it means? Anybody can able to tell what exactly it is throwing? It is throwing invalid arguments. Why invalid? Because there are two arguments are there, but we are not passing any argument. Now we should call. Okay, see, call. So before that, so try to truncate this table. Like this, you should truncate. Now tell me, truncate is real or DML in Snowflake? Real or DML?
DM.
So DML. Okay, see, DML. Okay, so now try to create. Now as of now there won't be any records from EMPT. Okay, so there is no records are there. Now try to call this procedure. So by passing the arguments or parameters. Okay, one something like P. Now see what happened. Now see what saying. Now say tell me what exactly it means. So invalid identifier PID. Anybody can tell what exactly it means? Invalid identifier X1. Yes, see this one. Can anybody tell me what exactly it happened? Invalid identifier PID. Yes, no.
No.
Okay, simple thing what happened. See. Okay, see PID. Okay, see when you go for no one more time. So try to call this procedure. It is saying, okay, statement error on line number 4 at a position. See in the sense like what? Okay, if we go back here. Now see this is what? Okay, it's having PID. Okay, so these parameters need to be binding variables like this way. Okay, so these are so we should put like this. Okay, so these are called as colon PID. These are called as binding variables. Okay, see. So parameters need to be called like this. Okay, so PID same. If I try to exit one more time, now see, try to call. Now I'll get so P name. Okay, see P name. Same thing we should mention. So this binding variables like this. Getting a little bit at least. So earlier what it will assume like this is separate column. Now this is what tell me column or what exactly it is. It is column or what? It is not a column. This is a parameter. How can you know it's a parameter? We should mention by using colon. These are nothing but it's a binding where we need to bind the value. Okay. So okay, if I put like this, what happened? Snowflake assuming this is a separate column. This column is there, it is not a column. Okay, this is the parameters. Okay. How can you make this one by using binding variables? Okay. Getting a little bit list, these are parameters called as binding variables by using colon. Okay, now try to call Now see records inserted successfully. Now when I go here, we're getting 1p. Now when I put 10, so p here. Now what happened? Now see the data. Now see, now just tell me this is static procedure or dynamic procedure? Static procedure, dynamic procedure. So dynamic procedure. Dynamic, because now we are changing the values, data is getting changing. It's a static procedure. Okay. Earlier it is what it say? Earlier it say? What is earlier it is a static, every time getting same values. Same value. Okay, so 1 second. Now this is fine. Now we'll see one more requirement. Now, okay, so this question recently asked. Okay, so if I pass the, okay, suppose like before that, tell me in we are in which database? We are in, so assume this is my table. I want by using procedure, I want to find the number of records in the table, this table. Now tell me how many records are there in this table? How can I check this table? How can I check records? How can I check this records? How can I check this records? Select what? Select. Simple thing. Tell me how to find the records, number of records, total number of records in the table. Based on which function?
From table name.
So table name. Now I want to get number of records. Total number of records. Based on which function? Count function. Count of star. Count of star. Okay. Now tell me, is instead of using like this, is there any other option? I don't want like this. Okay. I want to go for other option. Is there an option? I don't want to use this function, count function. Is there any other approach? Anyone? Tell me. I don't want to use this count function. Is there an option? Yes, no? Anyone? Any idea? Or tell me in the information schema, which view we need to check to find the list of tables? Select. Start from information schema dot what is the view to show the list of tables. We should go for tables. So okay, see now how many records are there here? 3 records are there. Now try to exit. Okay, see this thing what happened. Okay, now where is the table name? So emp. Okay, see now what happened. This is my table. How many records are there? See, you see a row count. So by using row count, we can able to find. Okay, row count. Getting a little bit at least. Okay, see instead of going for count function, I can able to use the row count functionality. We can able to done like this. Okay, see how many records are we should go for what? Where table name equals to emp underscore t. How many records are there here? So 3 records. Suppose like I try to call one more time the same procedure. So different data. Suppose like I'll put so 1000. Now how many records will be there? It will be 4 records. You see 4 records. Here also I'll get 4 records. So it will get automatically updated. Okay, see 4 records getting the points. Clear so far. Now requirement is that what? By using procedure, I want to create. So if I pass, I want to get total number of records. Tell me how can I write? Getting the points. See, I don't want like this. By using procedure, I want to find total number of records. Yes, I'm not getting a little bit at least. Now tell me syntax. Tell me syntax. Anyone? First write the syntax. If anybody, if you know or not, try the syntax. Tell me syntax for create and procedure. Anyone? So create or tell me syntax.
Create or replace procedure
Replace
name.
procedure. So what procedure name we can able to give for this use case? What name we can give? So see table count proc. Now brackets are compulsory. Okay, next step is that what? What is next keyword? Next keyword is what?
Return.
So returns. Okay, so returns. Okay, so returns. So what we should return? Return what? So this is number. Now we should put number. Okay.
Number.
So now tell me by default language is what? It's an optional. When you put no, it's by default to take what? It's SQL. Okay. Next step is that what? Next step is as starting. So this is starting and this is ending. Okay. Now what happened? So now function should process should what with what? Which keyword? Begin and end. So end semicolon. Okay, so our logic should be written here. Okay, now so take the same thing, copy the value and put here. Okay, like this step by step. Okay, so whenever follow the coding standards. Okay, alignment should be proper. Okay, so put the semicolon. Everything should be so count. Okay, so semicolon. Now see the same thing. Now copy the same thing. Now try to what we should do. Now what we should do. We should compile this procedure. Okay. Now tell me this is fine. Now function process should compile to what we should. Okay, now see go back here. Now try to call. Now what happened? Nothing will get. Now we're writing nothing. Why? Because tell me we are not returning anything. Now try to use return function, return something like 1 or something like something 100. Now what happened? Tell me. So now it will give 100. Now tell me, is it correct? 100. Now what we should return? Tell me what we should return. Anyone? What we should return?
Exact count.
Count. Where is the count value is there?
Row count.
In the row count. Okay, see row count is there. Now what happened? Now so see, so this we are getting the value. This is fine. But so this value need to be stored in some variable. Now I make use of into class into L row count, L table count, something I'm putting. So this is one variable. Okay, see, remember one thing. Now we're getting the value. So but this value need to be stored somewhere. So that's why we're using into class L table count. Now tell me, see, if you try to extend what happened, it will throw, see, it's creating successfully. But when I try to call it work or not, anybody need it? When I try to call this procedure, it will work or it will throw error. Any idea? What is the value? Tell me, what is L table row count? What is this is? This is variable or column name or what exactly is? This is a variable. Now see what happened, it will throw error saying what? Invalid identifier. Now tell me invalid in the sense like what? Compulsory this value should be declared. Remember one thing important. So this is okay. So L table count is a variable. It is a variable. Okay, variable. Okay, if we want to use that variable, what we should use? What we should do? We should declare them. Where we should declare in the in the declaration section. So see, so declare. So this is execution section. So begin to end, this is nothing but it's an execution section. So we should declare here. So declare. Now what is the variable? So declare. So this is what a type. This is number data type. Okay, get the point, sir. Now try to create one more time. Now see, so our result is what? It is storing in this variable. This value need to be written here. I'll tell one more time. Now try to compile one more time. Now try to call the procedure. Now see, you'll get 4. So go back here. So go for open notepad++. Okay, see, like this. Okay, go for notepad++. Try to see. Okay, now what saying? See, we should create or replace procedure name. Now we are asking return this number. Okay, what is the procedure? So table count procedure. Okay, now I want to get this procedure, like how many records are there in this procedure. Okay, see, now records are there here. Now if you want to get this value, we should use into class table count. Okay, so table count. See clear? Now this value we are trying to return. Okay, now tell me, is it give any meaningful information? Just we are getting what? We're getting what? 4. What is 4? What is 4? We don't know what
is row count.
Row count, but how can you know? Somebody written some other Snowflake developer. Then how we should give one proper message. Okay, see, so proper. So number of records. So single quote, number of records in table. Okay, so table. Now tell me how to club 2 strings. Using pipe symbol or concatenate. See, this is fine. But you see what happened? Okay, creating it's fine. But when I try to call, it will work or it will throw error. Nobody tell me. See this one, it will work or it will throw error.
Error.
Why error? Which error?
String and number.
So see, we're asking for number data, but we're getting this is string. Now try to call. Now what happened? Now what happened? Now see, if I try to execute now, what happened? It will. So see, working fine. Suppose will give different value. So it remember they'll maintain the code. Okay, see, try to compile this value. So try to call this process. It's taking. Why it's taking? It's not taking.
Snowflake take comment, right?
Come again.
Actually, it will take an comment, right? That's why
It will take what?
it will accept it.
Because
It
this
will
is
take a comment. Yeah.
no. We are
Okay,
mentioning
okay,
number
yeah.
now. Number we are mentioning number.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
error. Okay.
Actually, it's throw error, but it's accepted.
Second. Int return. Okay, don't know. See, okay, actually it should throw error because no, this is number data type. Okay, this is okay. Suppose I'll put Praveen. We'll see. Okay, see. Okay, so okay, it's giving numeric value Praveen. Okay, but this is not numeric now. This is string. Okay, some issue. Okay, so this is string. No, like we know that this is a string. Okay, alphabets are there, the numbers are there. What happened? Okay, posting this value. Okay, uncode exception. I'll try to take the same value. Maybe some issue. Okay, so getting the point is it's if I put this this value, if I remove this value, it is not working fine. Okay, when I call this now, what happened? It's a string because of okay, see encode up here. Okay, now what happened? Now see this value. Okay, take this value. Okay, maybe some issue. Okay, so getting the point, but it will show it will throw error. Okay, that's why we should make a varchar. Okay, so proper varchar. Go back here. Now try to call this procedure. So this is fine. Now tell me before that. Okay, one more time. Copy this value. Is this static processor or dynamic processor? Anyone? Static processor, dynamic processor.
Dynamic processor. Value changes now.
Suppose like one. We'll try one more with a different parameter. Okay. Tell me, this is static or dynamic? Anyone? This is static processor, dynamic processor. Tell me.
Dynamic.
Dynamic. How dynamic?
We are
See, one
passing
more time.
arguments.
No, where you're passing the arguments? We are not passing arguments. So see where you're passing.
Okay.
So this is what. Tell me, seeing this data, I should say this is static or dynamic. Simple thing. Only tell me. Static or dynamic. Tell me what happened. Tell me static or dynamic. You say
Static.
static. How can you say static? So see here, hard coded values is there. Okay, hard. Got the point. See what happened every time you get only employee table count. Suppose like I want to get different table count. Is it correct? It will work. Tell me it will work. It won't work. So this is hard coded value. Okay, now I want to make this one dynamic. How can I make this one dynamic? Tell me. By using which concept? So getting the point. So see, this is hard coded value. Okay, every time you get only employee. Now I want to make this one dynamic. By using which concept? By using what? By using which concept? Just now discussed.
Parameters.
By using parameters or arguments. Okay, see. So p underscore table name. So table name. It's a varchar. Copy the same thing. Now what happened? We should put like this. Now tell me this is variable or parameter. This is what? This is column name.
This is
Yeah.
variable.
Variable. How it
If
make
we-
parameter? We should make of
colon.
colon.
Semicolon.
Say bind variable. Should access. So parameter. Same thing. Go back here. Copy the same thing. Now try to execute. So step by step. Okay. Don't go for complicated. Step by step. We should debug. Okay. Copy the same thing. So count is okay. Copy this value. Now see. Try to compile. Now try to execute. See what happened. It will give 4. Okay. Now what happened? It's taking previous thing. Okay. Now it's take. Suppose when I put. So okay. something like let. Okay, so previous version they will take. Okay, so copy this value. Now try to put here. Now what happened? Tell me. It will throw error. What's the error? So invalid argument. We should pass the table name. So emp underscore t. Emp t is there. For the table name. Okay, so
Yes.
just now empt is there. Okay, see empt is there. Now what happened? Now it's giving 4. Suppose like giving different value. Okay. Now tell me, suppose like go back here. So table is not there. Now I try to call this processor. Now tell me if I call this processor, what's the output will get? I am passing. So this table is not there. Then what's the output will get? Tell me output will what? If I pass, so this table is not there in our database. Then what's the output will get? Any idea? Simple thing, what's the output will get? So see, we will go for try to compile. Now what happened? Okay, we're getting null value because what happened? Tell me. So this is, it will return what? Okay, nothing it will. Okay, see, getting the point. So see, getting a little bit at least. If I go back here, no, go back here. Now try to go here and try to pass empt. Now what happened? So table is there. Now we're getting this value. Now when I go for different table, now what happened? Tell me. Tell me what? Why you're getting null? Anybody tell me? Any reason? Any reason? Simple thing only you should say. Tell me. What will you get here? What will you get here when you don't have any value? It will be null value. So concatenation of null with anything, what will you?
Null only.
Null only. Suppose like I will make this. Now how to handle null values? How can I handle null values? Based on which concept? NVL or coils or anything. Okay. Now comma 0. Now tell me what output will get? Output is what? Now there is no table is there. Now output will be what?
0.
No, enter
0.
output. Enter output.
Number of records in table 0.
Number of records in table 0. Try to compile. Now try to see what happened. So getting the point, so here we should if you don't know null concept, no, this concept it is not able to understand because so null plus null concat anything to you null only. So that's why we should handle this null value. Clear so far? Getting the points. Now this is not correct. Now what happened? Now tell me. So table is not there on getting 0. Okay. Now a requirement is that what? Okay, requirement is that what? When we have table, we should get the output like table. Okay, so number of records is 3. Okay, suppose now table is not there, then what happened? We should get the output like, so table is not available. Getting the point? So see, this is not correct. Our logic is that what we did in such a way that it work only for positive scenarios. It will use 0. But tell me, table is there, table is not there, then we should not do like this. Okay, now we should make like code such a way that I want to make the, if table is there, then we'll return the value. If table is not in the database, we should say table is not available. Tell me in SQL, if I want to do the conditions, how can I do the conditions in SQL? How can the conditions? Tell me. In SQL, I want the condition. By using what concept?
Case statement.
Case statement. Okay, same thing. Okay, so same thing. Now what happened? So case. Okay, so remove this value. Okay, suppose I put this one. Now what happened? Now requirement said what? Tell me now how you know this? Okay, so suppose if not able to. So this is important. See the same thing. Okay, now remove this value. Suppose if I pass emp t, now we're getting records. Okay, so no issues. Suppose when I put now what will the output? Tell me what will the output? Table is not there. Output will be nothing. Okay, same thing. Now understand this concept important. Now when you don't assign, so suppose like if you have 10 records, the value will be 10, 100. Okay, suppose if you have 10, 100 records in this table, we'll get 100. Now question is that what? When table is not there, what value get populated here? What's the value get populated? What's the value get populated? Tell me. What value get by default? What value get populated by default? Just to see what happened. What value get populated here?
Null value.
Null value. That's why now we handle null values. Getting the points. See, If you see, we are getting null value. That's why we are, so whatever things we combine, we are getting like this. Okay. Now require is that what? Okay. Now when you don't have any value, now what will get populated here? It will be null value. Now tell me how to get, how to extract null values. How can I extract null values?
NVL.
No, extract, not handling. How to extract null values? In a table, I'm having one thing. I want to extract null values. How can I extract null values? By using is null. Okay, is null. Same thing. Now, same logic. We should take L table count is null like this. Okay, so in SQL we're having case statement. Same thing in in procedures we're having. How to handle? We should make so what concept by using if statement. If statement. So conditions can be handled by using if statement. Getting a little bit at least. Yes, no, same thing. We should go for conditional statements. So clear so far? Now go back here. Now we'll see the same thing by using conditions. Okay, link experiment, come back. Okay, chalo, we'll discuss one more time. Okay, see conditions. Okay, same case statement. Here also we're having procedures. Conditions can be handled. Come back, we'll discuss. Okay. So getting this pointer, case statement. Okay, so case condition. Same thing in a process we're having if statement. If condition, then end. Okay, like this. So we'll see. Okay.